Testing, 1, 2, 3, test, test, testing, 1, 2, 3, test. Hey Wanderers, welcome back to the channel. What I want to do today is show you a tarp that I just got from Onewind. Onewind is a company that I've bought a lot of stuff from. They make a lot of hammocks, tarps, underquilts, top quilts, just different stuff like that. Their stuff is very affordable. It's also very well made. I have not had any issues with anything that I've gotten from them, but I just got this new tarp, and my last video, I just showed it, highlighted it, and said I'm going to be doing a video on it. Well, this is the video. So I have not set this thing up before. We're going to set it up together and see how big it is and how easy it is to set up. And we're just going to jump right into it. So grab what I need out of my bag. So first thing, it comes with this stuff sack. And in this stuff sack is the stakes and the guy lines. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guy lines. Great. And then got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stakes. I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but 6 is usually enough for a small tarp shelter. So it comes with that. And then here is the shelter. So it is sill nylon, so it's very small, compact, lightweight. The packaging says camping shelter, ultralight sill nylon. Other places I've seen on the web, and I think maybe even on their website, it's called a survival shelter. So I don't know which one it's really called. I'll put captions down below like I always do. There will be links down below like I always do, so you guys can go check it out. But this is all there is to it. Now, it does not come with a ridge line. Kind of wish it did. I think that would have been a nice addition to the package, and it would have made it a complete setup system for someone, but you know, I don't come unprepared, and I do have a ridge line ready to go. The ridge line that I'm going to use is 550 cord. It's typically what most people have or are used to using, but I'm going to use these. These are Night Eyes figure 4, figure 8, figure 9. Figure 9 carabiner. So that's going to clip into the ridge of my tarp, and then the cord is just going to wrap around there and tighten on itself. So pretty easy setup. Anybody can do it, and that's kind of what I like with ridge lines. I like them to be quick and easy because you never know. You may have to deploy your shelter very quickly because it's raining, you're cold, you're wet, you're tired, whatever, and you want to be able to get that thing up in a hurry. So the first thing I would do is I unwrap my line, and then I'm going to tie just a loop on the end. And I want it to be big enough. I'm going to tie it on one end, so that's big enough that I can get my cord through it. I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other end. In the area that I usually film at, I have different locations that I film at, but hunting season has started in Ohio for dove and squirrel. And I totally forgot about that. So I don't hunt dove, and I rarely hunt squirrel. Haven't done it in years, but so there's going to be some gunfire in the background, and it was kind of hard for me to find a spot because there's so many guys out today hunting. Of course, it's the weekend, and you know everybody's out hunting, and the weather's nice. So let's go ahead and add this, wrap this around the tree. So I got my loop. I'm just going to do this about chest height, and then if I need to lower it or raise it, I can. That shouldn't be a problem. Oops, went through the wrong way. That happens. Typically I don't use paracord for shelters just because there is so much stretch with paracord. I prefer a line that is more static, but it's good to have paracord, of course, in your kit. Try to eyeball this for height. Bring that around, bring it through. Make sure I'm pulling the tag end. That's not going anywhere. Okay, let's see. So the first stakeout point should be, yeah, right here. It should be pretty much parallel with the top tie out for the tarp. Now I don't need to use the guy line, I don't think. So I got this low enough. And you can kind of adjust as you go to get your tension. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points to stake out. So I'm going to do the middle one. So we got 3 stakes across the back to the ground. Probably since I've got so much guy line, I could actually use these for my ridge line, but you'd still need a way of attaching adjustable ridge line. So you'd have to put some prusik knots on this, whatever, or add carabiners to it or something like that. But for this purposes, I still think I like my paracord because it's plenty long. It gives me enough distance to do multiple things. These are a little bit shorter. So I'm not going to use more stakes or guy line. I'm going to put that back. Don't need that. Okay, I think I've made a mistake. I think the tarp is upside down because the wings are not pulling out the way they should. There are 3 attachment points on the tarp, on this top. So maybe that's the bottom. So I'm going to reverse all that and we'll start over again. Okay, I think this is right. So, if that's the case, I'm going to need the guy lines. Okay, I've got 2 stakes left and 4 guy lines left and a couple of carabiners that I added. So I think this is it. So I'm really glad that I decided to bring this out and set it up for you guys. That way it gave me a chance to experiment with it, make sure I'm doing it correctly. I'm still quite unsure if I have this inside out or not, because the corners have these little pockets, and I'm not quite sure what that's all about. So those could go on the outside, they could go on the inside. I would think that I would use them to tuck in pre-tied guy lines. Let's see if I can find this tarp online and get some dimensions. This is now they're calling this the lightweight survival shelter. And it's interesting, they have the pockets and the logo on the outside, so I could reverse this, have it the other way around. If you lower it, you can bring those wings down to the ground more, so it's a lot lower setup. Or you can raise it like I have it and have some airflow underneath. It really depends on what the situation is and how you're setting it up. But this is a new product for them. It's $44.90 on Onewind's site. And specifications, so it looks like it's 7 foot. Oh, no, wait a minute. That's the guy lines, shelter size. Let's see shelter size. Okay. It's saying that it's 13 feet by 8 feet by 4 feet. So 4 foot is probably from this top to the bottom. And then of course the 13 is the full thing expanded. And then 8 foot is with probably the wings brought in. So, you know, it's plenty big as an emergency shelter to tuck in. Because if you lower these sides and tuck in the back, you know, it'll do all right. And if you have a poncho with you, you can tie it into your guy line, to your ridge line, and have that coming out as an awning. And Onewind makes a really awesome sill nylon poncho that it's like right around the 5x8 area, or 5x7. And I carry that in my pack a lot of the times. And it would go perfect with this to complement the shelter, so I could bring an awning down or close up the front. And then, you know, if you had to get 1 or 2 people in here, you could do it as an emergency. Now, I don't know, you could camp out in this for the weekend. It probably wouldn't be that bad, as long as the weather was cooperating, it wasn't too harsh. But you can certainly put your fire in front of you. So you can do a long fire, and you'd have a really nice setup. It's a pretty cool tarp. Some tweaks I need to make to it. I want to work on my ridgeline a little bit. I'm not sure if I want to do this setup. I might do a continuous ridgeline, or maybe I'll just put a ridgeline through the top of it, and then do some prusik knots or prusik loops attached to the ends, and then put like a stick in to make tensioners. I don't know. I'm gonna mess with it. This was what I had with me, and I wanted to try that, and it worked fine. And once I figured out exactly where I wanted this thing, and had it the right way, because I had it upside down, it worked fine. All right, what'd you guys think of this? Is this a viable shelter? I mean, it weighs nothing, and it's packs down small, so I think for an emergency shelter system, it's pretty awesome. I really like the wings on it. That's neat. It gives you just some different options for setup. You can try some different stuff. If you, like I said, if you couple this with another tarp or a poncho, that gives you even more expanded capabilities. But I think for the price, at $44, it's not bad at all. And I just love the sill nylon. It's so awesome to pack down small and lightweight for your day pack. It doesn't add a lot of weight to your gear. And it does a great job of repelling water, that is for sure. I've used sill nylon tarps all my hammock camping. they always work, they always perform. And they're usually pretty durable too. So that's it for today. I just wanted to show this setup to you real quick and see what you guys thought of it. I know I got some requests on it. As always, I appreciate you watching my videos. Check out the links down below, and we'll see you next time on The Prepared Wanderer. Thanks for watching.